Alright guys, today's video, entitled streamers demanding viewers for money. I wonder how many of these I'm guilty of.
From degrading viewers to literally complaining about a $500 donation, here are times when entitled streamers demand viewers for donations.
In what universe would anyone be complaining about a $500 donation? Like, fair enough, if you're Jay-Z, having $500 would be like the equivalent of like a penny. I get it. But most people have enough self-awareness to realize that $500 is very generous, and people don't have that to give every day. Oh, I can't wait to hear this one.
And first up, we have InvaderVie, who just casually started ranting in one of her streams about how her viewers should be giving her money.
It doesn't really matter how much money you make or how much money you have. That's really the thing, because I'm not asking you for a large financial contribution. If it costs $20 to sub, $20 is quite a bit of money. $20 is, you can get a full meal for $20. And the difference of $20 and eating a meal is in that $20. Like, that's where it is. But a sub is $5 at
Straight away, you can just hear how condescending this chick is. Hey, that's not even what she's saying that's bothering me the most. It's her condescending tone.
maximum.
So, if her viewers are watching her streams, watching the ads, which is apparently not enough for her, they should always have that extra $10 to give to her. But if they don't, then this is what she thinks about it.
If you don't have $10, you probably don't have time to watch Twitch because you should be working. You should be trying to earn money.
She's acting like mum and dad.
It's not like a ton of money.
This is one other thing I want to point out, okay? What is it of value that she's actually offering? Like, I get it if you're a streamer and a content creator and you're making videos every day, offline videos, reels, engaging live streams where you're getting people involved and all that. You would like to think that if your community wants nice things, they would support you, although you're not entitled to it. Don't confuse me. What is this chick trying to offer of value? It doesn't look like anything. It looks like she's just trying to sit in this couch, look like she's pretty and stuff. And let's be honest, she's getting pretty close to the wall, not meaning to use the manosphere phrase, but I think that's accurate. There's no self-awareness here whatsoever.
So being like,
you're not going to get paid for existing.
That doesn't really track. What you mean to say is, I'm so irresponsible with my money,
Oh
I can't
my
support
gosh.
the entertainment that I enjoy.
So now, not giving her money means the viewers are so responsible that they can't afford the entertainment she provides. Unlike most streamers who are on the platform for fun, she's there because she thinks streaming is a full-time job and she deserves the money her viewers have in their accounts.
Well, streaming can be a full-time job, but you do have to offer something of value. I mean, it's just like any sales job or anything like that. It's an exchange of value. If you give a product that's worth investing in, you will be looked after in the long term. That's just how business works. What is she offering of value? I think you can have fun with your community too. Like, sometimes, like, I'll pretend condescend my community. I'll be like, oh, why aren't you sending me stars today, you broke? You know what? You can make some fun out of it and stuff. But this chick is, like, genuinely shaming her audience for not donating. And, again, the only reason she's got people watching to begin with is because she's, I guess, some people consider her pretty and just not sustainable in the long term, quite frankly.
No, and I have no idea, but it's fun to think about. That's so toxic, especially when people are losing their jobs. It really isn't. It really isn't toxic to ask for subs when you're streaming. And if you believe it is, then I imagine that you simply don't understand how this platform works.
Yeah, look, guys, I would love to do this forever, but even I know that my financial future is my responsibility. I've been doing this full-time for 7.5 years, mainly on Meta. We're growing our YouTube now. If it gets to the point where I have to ride off into the sunset, that's perfectly fine. I hope it doesn't come to that. It's no one's problem but my own. That just is what it is. It's a big bad world out there, and it's up to us as individuals to survive it.
The only person who has no clue how the platform works is InvaderVie herself, and the viewers made her realize it quite often as she came back a couple days later to do some damage control.
Oh, here we go.
Hi. You're here right now because you've seen a clip of me, and you're very angry about what I said in that clip. And you're justified in your anger.
No, look how unauthentic this is. The worst apology
What
ever.
I said was tone deaf, insensitive, and stupid.
There's nothing different to what you're doing now,
I
love.
recognize that. I recognize that there is no context that I can give that would excuse what I said, so I won't.
The way she apologized made people believe she herself has no clue what she said and how it was so wrong, because the only translation people could get from this video was, "Please don't leave me, please don't stop giving me money."
But in that clip, I expressed opinions that I do not hold at all. I said things that I don't mean, and they were vile.
Yeah. Look, one of my favorite analogies I like to overuse in all my videos is natural selection, the slowest zebra getting eaten by the lion. If you believe this really, really lame-ass, inauthentic apology, then you deserve to be the slowest zebra getting eaten by the lion. Because I don't think anybody with a sound mind is buying this nonsense.
I recognize that. What I said was wrong in any context, but especially in the context of a global pandemic.
She got that right, but she doesn't believe it.
Very callous and inappropriate.
Well, let's just hope InvaderVie meant what she said. Moving on to Pokimane, who decided to release her own
here we
snack,
go.
just like Prime and Feastables, and of course, she needed to promote it.
I don't know if it was Jamari, forgive me, I'm 43 years old, guys, so I'm one of the old dogs, okay? I'm not up with these young cats. But I think he did an expose a couple years ago about how Pokimane was kind of like guilting, I guess, her simp army, if you want to call them that, to start giving their rent money and stuff to her. I don't know if that is true or not. That's alright. She also had those biscuits, right? I think she brought out these cookies that she was selling for, okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like $1 million that are worth about $2.50 each. And then I think she shamed her audience, if I'm not mistaken, for not spending money or not being able to afford the biscuits. I don't necessarily think Pokimane's a bad person, but I think she's had this level of success for so long, and I think celebrities get caught in the trap that when they're at that echelon for so long, they actually believe that to be normal, and they're completely out of touch with how the community and the society is. But let's see how this is anyway.
According to her, it was a healthy snack that she enjoys herself and wants her viewers to enjoy as well. But the product soon faced backlash for being expensive. And instead of handling this nicely, Pokimane did this.
When people are like, "Oh my god, $28 for cookies?" It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but
That's condescending.
if you're a broke boy, just say so.
Oh my gosh. So let's take this apart. I'm from Australia, so $7 US a bag is $10 for biscuits. You can get the top of the line biscuits in Australia from a supermarket like Tim Tams or stuff for like $4.50 or $5, and that's without a special, you know what I mean? So expecting people to pay the double the market leader for a pack of biscuits, I mean, that's kind of insulting, right? I get that you need to make profit and you want your community to support you and keep you on the air, but I mean, come on, you're already a multi-billionaire. You probably don't need to have that much of a markup. You know, I think people are right to complain about the price. I think they want you to do well and make money, but fair's fair at the same time.
According to her, $28 for 4 bags of cookies was not expensive, and if people couldn't afford it, then they were broke. Talk about out-of-touch millionaires.
Yeah.
This is when her viewers noticed that Pokimane had been shaming people for being broke even before this.
How are the cookies going? Good. I don't know if you guys saw, but we're doing a promotion today. It is not a broke boys Black Friday sale. Okay. It is, if you buy a pack of 8 or 12, you get a free hat. It's a really cute hat. I have one.
You know, I've never really watched too much Pokimane. I have floated on Twitch a couple times just to see what she was doing. And she always seemed relatively nice when I was on. But the more and more clips I see of her, I'm like, damn, you really don't seem like you're that nice a person. With that being said, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. We have bad days, all of us. And sometimes on my stream, I'm really nice, really polite. And some days, I'm an absolute fucking asshole. So I'm not being a hypocrite. But I do not genuinely shame my audience when they don't have money. We just got out of a pandemic. There's skyrocketing housing prices. Most people have to work 2 or 3 jobs to keep a roof over their head. It would probably pay to remember that, Pokimane. I'm just saying.
But yeah, in case anyone was interested.
And that was a really weird way to manipulate viewers into buying her snack. Otherwise, they're just broke. It's not exactly donations, but it sure is demanding them for money. She got a lot of negative reactions from all over the internet, but it seems she's not done yet, just like Wings of Redemption, who got so caught up in begging, demanding, and putting down his viewers for money that he couldn't even appreciate a $500 donation from one of them.
Yeah.
My name is Simon. I appreciate the $500 donation, but let me give you a little insight. He makes $500. I get $500 one day. Doesn't mean that I can just come here and just stream for the rest of the week without making it.
He actually has a point. However, I think it's absolutely disgusting, first and foremost, that he completely dismissed $500. Like I said at the start of the video, you are not entitled to people's money. But he does bring up a good point. This has to be mentioned, and I've noticed this on my stream too. I will have days on my stream where I'll get a few really, 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 really big donations, and the community's really supportive, and it's awesome. And then you might get maybe 5-6 days in a row where you make $20, $30, which is still supportive, but it's not like the level of money that you would need to support yourself by working a real job, you know what I mean? Overall, at the end of the month, I mean, I judge my stream by the month, and thankfully, between everything I've got going on my community, I could do this full time. I am so grateful. I don't want people to misunderstand me. But he does have a point. People assume that if you get like a $500 donation one day, all of a sudden you're rich. Because what will happen is they'll only remember that $500 donation. They won't remember the 6 or 7 days that you're on making only $10. You know what I mean? So what he does have a point. I have to mention that. I do think it's absolutely vile that he just completely dismissed someone's very, very generous offering, and that person probably not going to donate ever again either.
Let me break it down for you. I know people don't give a shit, and they're just going to use this for troll fodder. $500 times 0.3, so YouTube takes $150 right off the rip.
Instead of thanking the person, he just showed how he doesn't get half of what has been donated.
77. So I get $273 out of that 500 that I get to actually use and spend on bills, right?
So he just spent the next hours on stream complaining about how he's so short of money all the time, and even a $500 donation every day is not good enough for him to live a good life.
Yeah. I mean, what you need to do is have a roof over your head and food in your belly. If you've got those two things, then you've got more than what a lot of the world has, right? I mean, it's just about putting things in perspective. I'm happy to give up a few luxuries if it means I can keep doing this. And I think most people need to be willing to do if they genuinely love what it is, because you're going to have peaks and valleys. Not everything's going to be smooth all the time. I'm not going to lie, sometimes I wonder if it was a good idea to give up my other career, profession, if you will call it, to become a full-time streamer and content creator in 2019. With that being said, I've been very blessed for the last 5 years. I'm very, very fortunate. I just think in this game, it's very, very important to diversify. And so if you have a downtrend on one of your sources of income, you've got something else to supplement you coming in as well. It's probably a good idea.
But this was only one time when he was begging and complaining. Other times, he's like this.
Mr. Yellow Dick Swagger, shut the fuck up. Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.
And when none of this worked, Wings of Redemption took it to Facebook and posted this, telling his viewers, quote, "I'm on the edge of giving up, but you guys can help." A hell of a long post just asking for more and more money.
I mean, I try. I hate doing it. I fucking hate asking for money. But usually when it starts happening, I usually just have a breakdown and get off and just delete the stream and just go about my day.
Yeah, I think streamers can get caught up in a downward spiral. Like when you're happy and you're feeling light and you're good and you bring a good energy, that's what people are supporting. You know, energy is infectious, it's contagious, you know what I mean? So if you're feeling happy, bubbly, you're having a great day, that's rubbing off on your audience. They're going to be more inclined to support, especially if you're helping them forget about their problems. Because don't forget, life is tough for everybody, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like self-sabotaged, a downward spiral if you have too many bad days, because people are going to forget why they supported you to begin with, and that's when the well could just keep drying up if you rely on content creation as your income, because, you know, the more negative you are and the more you complain, and don't get me wrong, hey, I get caught in this trap sometimes too. Look, you know, it is a trap in this profession to always stay positive, especially if you're on every day, because no one's perfect 30 days a week, right? Who's perfect 30 days a week? As far as I'm concerned, if you have 25 really good days out of the 30 a month, especially if you're streaming every day, that is a very good month. I think it's just really important to make sure those 5 really bad days don't affect your community in a negative way, because your business and your brand can certainly suffer from it.
So he hates asking for money, yet he continues to do so every stream, every day, till his viewers actually send him some money out of their pockets. But where Wings of Redemption asks for money, there are other streamers who manipulate their viewers
Bad
into
Bunny!
donating. Like Bad Bunny, who was already in hot water with her routine of controversial political remarks.
Political stream,
but now
love
she
it.
started up with a new strategy of demeaning her viewers.
Uh-huh.
I haven't got a donation or a sub for an hour.
Well, if you want a sub or a donation just for existing, you need to be at least an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Love, not only are you over 30, you are a 5. Now, I'm not knocking the ladies, but what I am saying is if you're not that cute little thing that lives next door, like on the movies and shit, maybe actually offer something of value and don't just expect donations for existing. That's all I'm saying.
What the for an
Someone
hour?
put some money in that mouth so
What
she
the
shuts up.
An hour when I'm working for free? What the fuck?
But I think that was all. You're wrong, because she even banned a user who called her out for her verbal outburst.
How did my whole speech about how I need subs
This is so
to keep the
famous.
stream going if you like the content, blah, 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 how that results in 0 subs? There are regulars here. $5 a month. How are you have hours
Put
of time
$5 in
to
her mouth
watch
to
me
shut up.
and not $5? I don't know. What are you doing with your life where you have hours of time to watch Twitch and not $5 to provide for the content that you're watching?
It's rich, isn't it? She's like, why are you here? Why do you have time to watch me? And it's like, these are the people that you're trying to get money off. So it's like, go do something with your life. Go work, go out, get a job, go make more money. Yeah, and guess what? If they're out there doing that, then you're not going to have people watching you anymore. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Every stream and every now and then, she's seen calling her viewers broke
This
for
is
not
no
being able
want
to
here,
afford to
eh?
give her money.
That's the reality of it, period. Period. If you're watching Twitch as a non-donating, non-sub, you are leeching.
She was straight up calling viewers who were not subscribing leeches.
Actually really heartbreaking because it's like people just really really don't respect me as a content creator.
You know what? No content creator, streamer, whatever is entitled to anybody's money. It does go back to what I said. If you do want nice things, though, I do think it's nice to support them. With that being said, I've had people watching me for 7, 8 years that have been in their stream every day, been positive, but never donated a cent. I've never treated them any different. I've treated them like family, you know what I mean? I will say this, come on, like if you have been watching and you've never contributed anything to something that you've been watching hours upon hours a day, that is kind of leeching. I mean, let's not be politically correct here, okay? Too many people just constantly expect free stuff. Now, with that being said, I want to make it quite clear, no one is entitled to anybody else's money. That doesn't mean that even though this chick is totally despicable, there isn't a little teeny tiny tinsy bit of truth in what she's saying. Let's not pretend that there isn't.
And for this, Bad Bunny has been called out as the greediest streamer ever, and many YouTubers have shared their views on what she's doing.
Well, this parasite's right about one thing: nobody respects her as a content creator.
She like on people and belittles them. Like, hey,
But she needs a reality check. I feel like she needs to go get a real job.
Up next is DSP Gaming, who uploaded a video saying he's making a very important video for his viewers, only for them to open it up and watch him asking for money for minutes straight.
I've noticed in the last couple of weeks a pattern. Support has been slowing down significantly, in particular in the realm of tips. And normally on a stream, I have a tips goal of $150 that I do not expect to hit at all on any live stream. It's ridiculous. If I hit that, it's like over and above, right?
Okay. If you didn't expect to hit it, then that wouldn't be the goal you're setting. So I think what you're saying now is a little bit disingenuous. I would expect to hit any goal that I set because that is a target that I'm setting for a reason. So already right now you've lost me. I don't believe you.
But here's the deal. Last year, I lost my partnership with Twitch. And when I did that, I went from 800 to 900 subscribers that were paying every month now down to around $300 a month on YouTube.
Even though he's earning an okay amount from YouTube, it's lower than before, and that is the big problem here. Why he's not getting those hundreds of dollars every day, which he was before?
Now, yes, it's true. I just got gifted memberships enabled and they just jumped to over 500. But that's not income I get right now. That's income I'm going to get next month when I get my monthly YouTube payment.
And people were surely not liking his rant, as he himself said he just doesn't care anymore. He just has to ask for money, no shame whatsoever.
Yeah. To be fair, that's not your community's problem if you don't get paid until the current month. That's about your responsibility managing and juggling your own business, my friend. There's no defense for you on this one.
You know what's funny is I don't even do hints anymore. I don't even care. I just say it right now. Hey, who's going to drop that $104 right now? Right? A nice big juicy tip, or maybe a good, 20 subs over on Kick. 20, it would be 21 for the record. 21 subs on Kick, right? Just boom. Just do it. Fill the king's coffin.
But some just go straight up rude, calling their fans poor if they don't subscribe. Karen Liao is the perfect example here.
No, Harge, don't be a pussy. You be first. Come on, let's go. Come on, Harge, don't be poor.
Yeah, don't be poor. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll do better. I'll go out and get a third job so I can go lick your feet and give you all my money. Thank you very much for the life advice. I've never seen this chick before. I don't know how popular she is. Damn, man, I don't care if you're an 8, 9, or 10. The moment you start acting like that, you're an instant 3, 2, 1, boom, get out of here. Yeah, what a shame. What a waste.
You already did $1. Guess what? I'm literally getting 60 cents. Okay, you don't sub right now. 3, 2, 1, you're getting banned. 10, 9.
She started.
She can't be serious.
Giving her only $1.
She can't be.
Everyone there was shocked as to what this woman was trying to do.
Come on, Harge, don't be poor.
She can't be serious. She's serious.
Guess what? I'm literally getting 60 cents.
And then we have Boogie298.
Oh, here we go.
Who first became viral when he was seen having a meltdown live during the GoFundMe controversy. Boogie apparently told his viewers he got cancer for views, and that's when Keemstar did this.
You're joking, right? That's a bit.
No, you can't get paid in the month of August for faking cancer. Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious, dude. You tried to buy me off of the show. You fired me. We tore up that contract. Team, I donated $4,000 of my money to charity. My bank account's pretty much at zero right now. I don't even have enough to get through this month. What's going to happen to me on August 1st, team?
Boogie was such a mess in this context, he even made Wings look better. And then came the whole rant up on YouTube, where Boogie made the whole narrative that he was going to buy a Tesla because he should be treating himself, but since he can't afford it, his viewers should be the ones paying.
Yeah, I think this is where some content creators fall into a trap as well. And just a little bit of context, back in 2020 and 2021 was when I guess you could say I peaked financially. I was making a lot in tips, in ad revenue. I actually had a Facebook partnership, and at the time on Meta, I was actually going very viral for a lot of my streams. So I got paid a wage even just for waking up in the morning before I even turned on the camera. So it was very, very lucrative back then. And, easy giveth, easy taketh away, if you know what I mean. Your financial position just go up and down very quickly. Now, Boogie's had a level of fame in the past that only I could ever have dreamed of, you know what I mean? He's been very financially successful, albeit for a little while. It's very, very easy to not want to let go of that and think that you still belong up there, when the reality is the situation has changed. And so you either have to call it a day and do something else, or figure out a way to evolve and rebuild and restructure your business so it can be successful again. So in other words, adapt or die, essentially.
If you guys want to help me pay for my Tesla, please go ahead and dig deep. I sure would like a free Tesla. Reach down in your pockets and give me $100,000 tonight. Curfew, I'm looking at you, motherfucker. Just kidding, Curfew.
So what he said was that he was going to buy a Tesla because he deserves a treat, and what the viewers will get is some cool Tesla videos. But if you think this is it for Boogie, then you are wrong, because the demand for money from the viewers never actually stops. Especially when Boogie lost all his money on crypto and then took to YouTube for begging.
And I definitely do not want to do that. So that's why I'm asking for your help today, and it's as simple as two groups of people here I want to talk to. The first of which is fans who just like the content. There's a second group of people who might find themselves able to do a little more, and if you're one of those people, I'm asking for your help today too.
I don't think Boogie's giving himself enough credit, to be honest, and he's approaching this the lazy and the wrong way. At the end of the day, Boogie, you actually built up a successful business once upon a time. You were authentic. People liked who it was that you were portraying on camera, or who it is that you are, at the time at least anyway. Obviously, people changed their feelings on you because you also changed. We're always changing as human beings. Unfortunately, in your case, a lot of people didn't really consider that it was for the better. It just is what it is. But at the end of the day, Boogie, you've built up a successful business in the past. And, you know, you could basically do some brainstorming, a pen and paper. I know I'm making it sound a little bit more simplistic than what it actually is. But you could literally be honest and take accountability for yourself and reverse engineer what it was in the past that made your business absolutely successful. And then maybe take down the good ideas you had and then just try to do some changes and rebuild from the positives that you had in the past. The problem is that would take a lot of self-reflection, a lot of work, and probably a lot of suffering in the short term to turn things around. And it just obviously seems like Boogie's not willing to put in that effort, unfortunately.
But not everyone took this nicely.
So he's, over the last like 5 years now, at least, blown all of his money on absolute nonsense.
Boogie hasn't really been able to make a comeback because, of course, people know he is just going to spend everything on some absolute nonsense again. However, Boogie still didn't lose it all like boss man Jack did, a gambling-addicted streamer who literally lost everything. His money, his mental health, everything. He started off while gambling and had
look at
occasional
him.
wins, which kept his content alive. And his
Look at him. He's just like spaced out. He's almost like in an orgasmic trance there. Dude, I've never seen that level of gambling addiction in my life. That's nuts. It's like he's in another universe. It's almost like he's in a comatose and his brain is in some kind of virtual reality. That's crazy. Wow.
Engaged.
That looks like a serious problem right there.
There's a big one. There's a big boy here.
But things started to go down when he started losing all his money, and then came the meltdowns. Viewers, however, still engaged.
I'm so sorry, Gabe. You probably feel like such an idiot giving that to me, dude. I'm so sorry, bro. I am such a moron, dude. I am such a moron. Oh my.
You seem self-aware at least. And he apologized. Okay, there's no emotional control there. That's pretty
Eventually,
nuts.
he lost the last $300 he just got through donations, and then came the begging and crying sessions, asking viewers to help.
Oh,
don't
holes
have it.
in
I
the wall?
just gambled it, bro. Dude, somebody please help me, bro. Dude, somebody please help me, bro. I know one of y'all can help me, bro.
That's why I think this kind of content is a downward spiral for both the streamer and the viewers. And I would have a lot of fun, I'm not going to lie, doing gambling content. It's not that I have a moral objection with gambling if done safely. But I can never make this kind of content because I'm worried that I'd be encouraging the audience to spend all their rent money basically on a poker machine and then all of a sudden not have enough money to support their family or make their kids eat cereal or whatever, you know what I mean? So this is a line that I draw. I can't do gambling streams. And it just seems like a trap for the streamer as well because obviously the more you put in these machines and the more you put on the line, the more adrenaline your viewers are going to have, the more enjoyment they're going to get to see, oh my god, he's doing $100 spins and oh, it's a big mess. A little bit of insight too. Apparently these big gambling streamers on certain platforms, which I won't mention because I don't want to get sued, actually get funded by the platforms themselves. So they actually have a kitty because they obviously want to get more people in bet. Okay, you get the idea. You know where I'm going with this and you know what platform I'm talking about. But we'll leave it there. Let's continue.
I know somebody out there can help me, man.
Viewers, however, were only there to enjoy his meltdown, so with no money to spend, no content to make, Bossman Jack had a downfall harder than anyone. But Rory Plays just took all this begging and demeaning others for not giving her money a step further when she went live sitting in a cafe, sipping a glass of beer, ranting about how her followers just don't care about her.
People only donate if they like you. People literally put their lives on the line for your $3. You expect, like, everyone's gonna give you content all the time, but then you don't want to donate.
One thing I will defend streamers and content creators on, again, make it clear, no one owes you any money or support or anything like that. But just the whole handling, the 1 minute being hot, everyone loving what you do, supporting you, acting like they're your friend. Because don't forget, streamers do have parasocial relationships. Like, I do have genuine friends that I'll have for life from my stream. It's obviously not everybody. There's a lot of people out there that I would literally go to the bar with, have a beer, have a family dinner. I've made some amazing friendships. What I'm trying to say is, 1 minute you'll be really, really popular. You'll have a lot of people that will treat you like they're your friend and that they know you. And then all of a sudden, they're just gone. And I've been through the peaks and valleys of being the hottest stream in my community and then just having everyone indifferent, lurking and everything like that. You feel terrible. It's really hard to handle. Like, this game is not for everyone. I'm not the most emotionally sound person in the world. There's something sick inside me, thankfully, where most of the time I'm pretty strong and I can handle it. But most people aren't equipped to handle the constant thrills and then rejections afterwards. It's pretty rough.
She kept complaining about it for donations, claiming how she even does IRL streams for her viewers.
Yeah, I at least went IRL for you guys. How many people are actually going IRL for you? And yet, you donate.
She's probably talented at streaming, but just probably not built for it mentally, you know?
She kept saying that people subscribe to Max, who appears to be her ex, and another streamer on Twitch, and not her, even though she's putting in more effort than others. Her rant went on for minutes, where she kept on complaining about her life, and as much as it didn't really get many people to donate or subscribe, it sure got her a lot of negative attention as people started making fun of her.
You're a 40-year-old woman who quit her job and now you're begging 16-year-olds for $3. You can't call people pathetic.
Up next is Amanda Cerny, who took it to Twitch a couple of years ago, asking her viewers to subscribe or else she will be quitting Twitch.
Just going back to what that guy said, look, I'm 43 years old, and yeah, I'll admit I'm an overgrown man-child who's making content for a living too, but everyone keeps saying this, get a real job, have a real job. There's that mentality out there, and unfortunately most people don't like their job. It's just the way it is, and I hate that for people. I really hope people get a sense of purpose and get to do the things that they love and have some freedom one day. I really wish that for everyone. But Pete, there's that old mentality that's still leaking this day into the millennials and the Generation Z. Unless you absolutely hate what you're doing, it's not real work. You know, if you're building a brand and you're putting 40, 50, 60 hours a week into something, I think that is a real job. Now, whether that's a lucrative job or you're going to get rewarded for that, that's different. But if you're putting your heart and soul into something, making it your purpose and building, I don't like this whole get a real job thing. I think that's very dismissive and ignorant, to be quite honest.
Alright guys, stay focused. We're getting distracted with numbers here. 500 subs. We gotta get to 500 subs. It's the
Damn, that's
only
a
way
lot.
I'm committing to a stream schedule. We're at
In one stream?
187.
In a month? In what's the time frame?
I don't know what to tell you.
I haven't had that many subs since COVID.
I don't know what.
Why Sharon 87?
She made it clear, if there were no subscriptions, there would be no streams. It was a new, more direct way of pressuring viewers to pay up. And then comes Narcissa Wright, who had one of Twitch's most dramatic downfalls, going from hundreds of viewers to an on-stream breakdown when her viewership dropped, and her funds, of course, came to an end.
Bad. Okay, so here's the problem. A couple days ago, my debit card got lost. And I think I might have left it somewhere, and someone might have took it. I canceled it,
that's
and
on
I applied
you.
for a new one. And so they're like gonna ship me a new one.
Shopee 12.12 ลดใหญ่วันเกิดผ่อนสบาย 0% กับ S Pay Later ซื้อเลยที่
ผู้ที่เป็นเบาหวานต้องคุมระดับน้ำตาล Nestle จึงคิดอย่างเข้าใจเพื่ออาหารสูตรครบถ้วน
You know, I got that all figured. Here's the problem.
Viewers to an on-stream breakdown when her viewership dropped, and her funds, of course, came to an end.
Bad. Okay, so here's the problem. A couple days ago, my debit card got lost. And I think I might have left it somewhere, and someone might have took it. I canceled it, and I applied for a new one. And so they're like gonna ship me a new one. You know, I got that all figured out and everything. It's just like, holy f, lost my debit card, and I have no cash. And like, I didn't want to bother any I only know a couple of people.
I think when times are tough, it's okay. Hey, look, you know, if you have a little bit of extra, some support would be really appreciated. Love you guys. And then leave it at that. If you keep harping on it, then yeah, that's a problem. But, you know, human beings, I mean, whether you're a streamer or not, you know, all go through times of downturn and times of need. there's nothing wrong with leaning on each other and bringing each other up sometimes, you know what I mean? So I don't find it offensive that you're asked for support. With that being said, the fact that you lost your debit card and someone went out in a spending spree is not your community's problem. So if someone wants to help you out, give you a little bit of extra for your weekly donations, fantastic. But if they don't, it's your problem. You have to let it go.
I don't want to bother anyone.
And that just dragged her to do this a couple of streams later.
Yeah, see, the first time asking politely,
please.
Not offended by that, but this is pathetic.
I just need another $1,500 per month, please.
This is becoming a really popular trend on Twitch too, where people just sit there with a sign and don't even talk and just beg for money. And you'd be surprised at how many people tap the rose button and actually say, it's crazy. This is a really, really, really weird world that we live in, where people creating things of value do not get supported, and then people holding up begging signs could actually make a lucrative career. What an interesting time. I really want to know where this generation is going after this.
Please support me, please. Please support me. Donate to my Patreon below. Please.
What you offering back?
Please give me money, please.
Are you offering anything? What content you make?
Viewers, however, are not that easy to get money from, and that sometimes leads streamers to the darkest of times, where they're ready to do anything for money online, and other times they are just not grateful enough. For instance, Brittany Venti, who was live on Twitch being ungrateful, asking for money as she usually does, and that was the moment one of her viewers decided to change her life.
Hasn't this chick kind of done a turnaround? I remember this chick, like, maybe 4 or 5 years ago was, like, one of the most made fun of streamers on the internet. I've seen her videos once or twice in passing. I haven't really paid attention to her content, but from what I've heard on the grapevine, is she's actually kind of turned things around and she's actually a lot more likable. I hope that's the case. I mean, human beings are always growing, and it's never too late to make a positive change. So I'd love to think that there was a positive success story here, but I digress.
As she was complaining about everything, she saw this on her screen.
Disconnected.
You guys can't see that?
Is that $20,000?
Am I seeing this right?
At first, she thought it was fake or something, but after checking that it was 100% legit, instead of being happy or maybe asking the person not to donate as much, she did this.
Hockey Rules 87, thank you for the $2. Congrats. Yes, give me more money to congratulate me, please.
So she got what? Was it $20,000? And she did a complete no-sell. Wow, man. This one completely takes the cake. Dude, if I got $20,000 on stream, you do not want to know the kind of things I probably would be doing for the donator. I'd probably be doing cartwheels, hot dog dances. I'd probably be having a big Starkaki party. I'd probably join OnlyFans and hope I'd get in the 0.0005% and show my booty hole. Okay, I'm not going to be doing all that. But I'm just making a point that if I got $20,000, I would be so grateful. It's almost impressive how much she's no-selling this like it didn't happen. I feel really bad for the person who sent it to a point, but it's probably a simp that didn't have the money to send it in the begin with. So, like I said, if you're really, really rich like Jay-Z, $20,000 is probably a splash in the pan, but you should still be really freaking grateful. Chances are it's from a regular old folk, and so $1, $5, $50, even $100 is pretty freaking generous. But if you're willing to send $20,000 to someone, you don't got the money, again, I think the lion and zebra analogy here is quite appropriate.
Yes.
And somehow she's managed to get the same person to donate a pretty large amount of money again, and still she had the audacity to say this.
I'm doing something wrong. $10,000!
This is just to make Mason even more upset.
Okay.
Guys, if you ever watch my stream, please send me 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, and 40,000. If I can offer anything, I promise that I'm going to be a lot more grateful than what this trollop is.
Hey, JB yourself, thank
Change
you
my
for the
life,
$10,000.
everybody. I'll
But
smile
you know
bigger
what
in her, I
really
promise.
makes these incels upset and my ex? Donating $1 million.
Oh! She's like, how about we try $1 million this time?
Even more about how she actually deserves all this money.
Like, it's not my fault that I deserve money more than you. It's not my fault that someone likes me more than you. And they like me so much more than you that they're willing to give me $30,000.
If you think this is
shoot your shot, love.
She continued her rant about how she deserves all the money, and her other viewers are just jealous of the money she's just got.
Oh, wow.
I know I'm better than you when it comes to looks, and now I'm better than you when it comes to how much people like me, and that I'm better than you in how much money that I get.
She could just be playing a master villain for the internet. I would like to be a little bit less cynical for a change. And think that human beings are not that evil, huh? I would like to think that she's just playing a really terrible character here to make people laugh. Because surely no human being on the planet of sound mind can be this selfish, right? This is incredible to me. This chick has made $30,000 on one stream. We're not talking a month. Like, I've never made that a month. I mean, I'm not going to divulge into how much I make. But it's never even like a smidgen of that a month, right? And the fact that she got what most people earn in half a year in a matter of a couple seconds. Wow, man. Like, a little self-awareness would go a long way here.
And lastly, we have this streamer, who apparently a millionaire, who, while trying to appreciate the donation he got, started demeaning others who couldn't donate.
Sushi, appreciate that 2 gift there, my guy. Appreciate that 2 gifted, my guy. How many gifted total does Sushi have? 150? Like, that's kind of mid. Like, it's kind of mid.
That's a lot of money for 150
I mean?
subs.
I honestly appreciate Sushi for keeping the gifted going because no one else does.
Oh, God. I'm exhausted from this video. I'm going to call it there. It's almost finished. Thank you for watching, guys. I do feel a little bit better about myself now. I'll admit I can be a little bit entitled from time to time. But these people we showed in the video today take the cake. And if you decide to donate to me on stream, I promise I'll be a lot more grateful than what these sumbishes are. Anyway, guys, you have a great day and we'll see you on the next one.